Hello and welcome to Crux Investor. Caught up today with Glenn Jessome, CEO of Silver Tigre Metals, are chasing silver down in Mexico. Some show results coming out today, pretty impressive actually. So we talked to him about that, what's coming up shortly, and plans for this year in terms of funding drill programs. If you want our thoughts on the conversation, their plans, and indeed the company itself, you can find that at cruxinvestor.com/club. In fact, you can find detailed company reports on there. There are commentaries from experts from around the world on a variety of companies and commodities. There are training videos on there, training courses to help you with your own diligence process if you want to help on that. And there are summaries of other interviews that we've done to save you some time. It's a constant request that we get. And if you want to also think about joining a thriving community of quite intelligent investors sharing their thoughts and ideas with each other in an environment which is friendly, helpful, free from trolling and abuse or judgment, you might want to think about joining the club too. So that's cruxinvestor.com/club. We'd also love your feedback too. So do give us a like. It's much appreciated. And of course, leave your comments below. We get back to absolutely everyone. If you want to see specifically what we talked about today, take a look in the description below. Glenn, how are you doing, sir?
Well, good morning, Matt from Halifax. Doing fantastic.
Glad to hear it. Haven't spoken to you since, I think, mid-November. Had a good chat with you then. How was your Christmas, New Year's? All good?
You know, it was very quiet. We're big skiers. We always head to the U.S. for a big ski trip to Montana. Not going there from Canada this year. So it was nice to have a break, a quiet break. First one in a long time. So forced, but we enjoyed it. And yours also?
No skiing at this end either. No can-do ski. We just shut the country down. We're mishandling the whole situation.
And we really appreciate you exporting that new that new strain all over the world. Thank you for that. Sorry.
It's difficult. Yeah, we are now known for having our own version of Corona, along with Brazil and South Africa. It's not good. It's not good. Well, look, the reason I called you, and thank you for taking the call, is saw the press release. Numbers, really good. I know you said you'd do it, but let's remember back to maybe even this time last year, right? You had a lot of doubters. Silver Tigre hadn't done too much, right? This was just a promote story, just another silver South American story. Do you think you've done enough, or have you still got a long way to go in terms of proving those people wrong?
Oh, Matt, you know, we want to have happy shareholders. We don't need to prove or disprove anybody. We're not even in the first inning on El Tigre. I explained how large this is, and we're just really touching the brownfields. But from my perspective, this is a new discovery, the first of many. And as we do that, and we continue to do it, then maybe those doubters that are out there will go away. But look, I always come back to this, Matt, okay? We've been in Mexico for 25 years only. We've built 3 large mines. We've sold 2 more to majors, the last one to Agnico. This is our next project. We are going to do 2 things. We're going to add ounces, and we're going to move them towards economics. Come along for the ride. There's no promotion in that. Of course, we're going to tell how wonderful our asset is. But I think, vindication it was business as usual to the north. And then the first time the technical team demanded these holes in what they thought was a new discovery. And I mean, look at the width, look at the grade. It's the first of many, many holes like this.
Well, I do want to talk about that because, again, one of the questions we've been handling is like, what do we think of these narrow veins that you're discovering? Okay, so we're going to talk about that. But the other observation I've seen, since we've talked is you're now starting to get coverage from some of the right companies. Okay, talking right, and
exactly.
We obviously Brock Salyer at Sprott, very well respected over here. And you've got a couple of other brokerages over there in Canada too. It's early days, right? How do you get people like that on board before you've actually done anything meaningful?
Well, when you look at this, I keep coming back to track record. They know we've always delivered what we said. We always add ounces and move it to economics because in our mind, we're going to build a mine. Do we think that the Tigre is already economic? Absolutely 100%. We have to put that in a lot of reports and more resource and PAs, but that's going to come because that's what our team does. But look, you said something. We got Brock. You don't promote Brock Salyer. We've got Echelon's analysts. You don't promote them. Stifle. It goes Beacon. It just goes on and on. BMO put a first note out on us. You don't promote these guys. They look at the asset and they go, wow, and they have the team to move it forward. Full stop.
Sure, for sure. But the other reason that those guys start sniffing around companies like you at this moment is they think, they're going to need some cash soon, right? They're coming to sell you. So, and that's the truth, right? So what's the situation at the moment? How much cash are we sitting on?
We're sitting on, sometimes you like to say you have the cards, okay? And right now I'm very lucky. I've got $6 million in the bank. That's another 25,000 meters. That's what that would do for me. The second thing is that now we're getting into the new discovery. More to come. I know that I'm going to have the results. This mountain's going to deliver for me. So from my perspective, I don't have to raise money. Of course, they're all there with coverage. They're all coming and they're courting me. But here's what I say to them, guys. I will decide when I raise the money, and I will do it for my shareholders. And I've already told all the institutions, this is how confident I am. I will raise money. There will be no warrant attached to it, because that's how those institutions get you. They keep your price down. You can see it this morning, man. They're in there. And I've already told them, but they can't help themselves. Greed rules the world. I'll keep it here, and I'm going to get that offering. I'm not doing an offering. I'm not marketing. I have $6 million. And what we delivered with the first 8,000 meters that's coming through this next month, I'm seeing it start to evolve. This being the first, I've got all the cards, Matt, and we're going to play them, and nobody's going to doubt when they start seeing the results come off this mountain.
Well, you're definitely in control at the moment. You got money to give you the decision-making power, optionality of how you want to come at it, right? And I think last time we spoke, you're at 38 cents, now at 50. In fact, when we first started talking, you were sub 10 cents, if I remember correctly. So you've had a good 12 months for sure. So how many meters do you think you're going to actually put out into the market before you do go and talk money?
We've released about 3,000 of our first 8,000 meters we drilled. Beautiful fall, as you know. But that was great because one drill September 15th, one October 15th, one November. So we got 8,000. We got about 3,000 out there now. More and more to come. But we're going to put our heads down real quick now. We're going to bang the next 10,000 meters in this. And I want people to know when I say I have the cards, I've been offered 2 financings since December, and I turned them both down.
Okay. You've always been really straight with me. Surefire, quick fire, straight with me though, is with the 8,000 meters you've done, you've put out 3,000 meters. Do you pick which 3,000 meters? Do you look at the core and go,
No.
How's it work?
We've been very strategic, and maybe Matt, I'll show you. I think maybe at a good time here if I brought up that plan map for a minute, just to show you kind of where we're going, because the mountain's kind of screaming with what we want to do. So let me.
Okay, why don't you share the screen there? Okay.
What we did, remember, we were very strategic. You've got to understand about this mountain. We got 35 kilometers of it. This is only the middle 5, our brownfields. And what we've done down there around that was the resource. Everything we see, we walk on down there, Matt. We delivered the first 10,000 meters. We delivered the resource wonderfully. As we got north, we were very strategic for the first. We told everybody what we're going to do. This was the next evolving clavos around the Cayley vein. And we have put out the first results. We're continuing to drill there. We're going to put out more results on there. But near the end of the program, what the team really got down and did was they got down here and they said, where is the next big value creator? And what we started to see as we did that was we got around this Benjamin vein here that you can see. That wasn't on the map the last time we talked. And why that's new discovery is everything we see at surface here, as we go up and down the trend, we walk on. It daylights. It's easy. We see the alteration zone, the big El Tigre. We see the veins. This one was something that wasn't at surface. And our technical team, being there 25 years, try to guess with faulting where the vein goes, and they put 3 holes in that, and they basically nailed that new discovery. Matt, I'm going to tell you one thing you're going to hear about us, and there's too much of it out there. Too much, we've made a new discovery. The last new discovery I talked about was the Cayley vein. 2018, when we drilled, when the old timers had never found it or named it, a meter of 10 kilos in that vein. That's a new discovery. That's named after my daughter. We're almost 2.5 years later, okay? This is the next new discovery we made. We've found all kinds of things on the mountain. That one, the old timers never found, never put an exploration at it in. That's brand new. That's named after my son, Benjamin. So that's tying your story together pretty nicely. when you hear us say new discovery after being here for 25 years, it's a new discovery, and that truly is. And from what we're seeing so far and the kind of success we're having on the mountain, we're going to be talking about lots more. So it's exciting.
Let me come back to the last question, which was in terms of companies, because we've been doing a few shows about some of the cute tricks that companies come out with, to kind of get exciting eye-catching, eye-watering headlines. You have drilled 8,000 meters already, right?
Yes.
And you just put out 3,000. So the question was, do you define which 3,000, the order of the results? Do you pick the best 3,000 and put that out, or is it a sequential order?
We will, as all of our results, and you're looking at this screen, you saw our results in November, stepping out on the Cayley and the Protectora in order. We'll go back to that. But this screamed to be put out. First 3 holes in the Benjamin New Discovery, we have to put that out. I think the mountain is going to drag us all over the place in the next month or so, because the results are going to be very material as we see them start to flow at us. All of our results will get out. You can see the first 10 holes we put out. These are the first 3 on the Benjamin. We'll go back and put out the rest on the Cayley Protectora. Now, I'm going to kind of lead you down the garden path here a little bit, Matt. And the mountain, our geologists say this all the time. As we explore, the mountain steers us. And when we drilled this hole in the Benjamin vein, but people have to realize why this is so important. This is the next step in the transgression or the movement forward of this project. Everything we drilled before this was in the El Tigre, the top layer, and it was in those veins at daylight. Underneath that El Tigre is the cliff, and then the flat, and then you go deeper. Remember, most of the ore that came out of the old mine was in the flat formation and the tabular formation, because they blew right past the top 100 meters and right to 450. These are extraordinary results because these are the first holes where we've actually drilled outside of that El Tigre structure. And they're not deep holes, but we're starting to intersect the next layer down underneath, because we know this thing goes, we think, for a kilometer. We've only been drilling in the top 100 meters. This is a real step for the company to get these results in the next little bit. And the flat formation, we're now going to start moving south and north on this, especially south towards the old mine. This is going to become very exciting, and a whole second part of the story besides the from surface high-grade silver veins in a big white halo. We got tons of that, and we're going to keep drilling and reporting all that. This is the next step for the El Tigre moving forward.
Right. Okay. So you've got $6 million.
Yep.
So is this the last slide you wanted to show me?
This is really the last slide I really wanted to show you on those drill results. But one thing I'd like to talk before I go on this is, as you're looking at this, and people have seen what we've done, we've really concentrated on those northern unmined veins. You can see it very clearly. They're marked there. And that's where this new discovery is. None of it's ever been touched. You saw what we're doing on the Cayley and Protectora, delineating that next, we think, clavos with the pit. This Benjamin, what you're looking at there, we think, you can see that's 600-700 meters of strike on that vein. We've got to map it and sample it, but that's what we think we're going to get between those faults. All exciting stuff. But I told you last year, I think, that we never, ever forgot about the old El Tigre mine. And why we didn't, and this is very important, that 1.5 kilometers is about 1,500 hectares, okay? And what happened at that old mine, and we're garbage men. I keep telling you that. We've been doing this for 25 years. All of our deposits under and around old Spanish or American mines. We never seen anything as hot as that. And when we say hot, 100 million silver equivalent ounces at 2 kilos, we took one pass on it on one of the veins, and you can see what's been mined there. That's the black in that diagram. Very important. What they left us. And on the middle vein, they went down 450 meters. On the Sites Kelly, they went down 200 meters, and we never put a drill hole in it. This Sui vein on the western side, you can see it there, the one that's red and black. They only mined that for about 500 or 600 meters, and they only went down 100 meters. That has become extremely prospective. You'll see on this map that if you'd looked at it a while ago, the dots at the bottom, another kilometer of strike, that wasn't there when we looked at the map last year. This Sui vein is becoming very interesting. And we actually, and I can say this, we've put the first couple of holes underneath where the miners stopped. Remember why they stopped? Like Chispa, I don't like to compare it, but we're all the same in Sonora. Everybody went home in 1930. Silver went from $1.33 to 10 cents. These assets all sat there for 80 years. What we're doing is we're now just going under where they stopped mining. Everything they were mining, we have all the records, as you know, from the University of Wyoming. When they stopped mining, especially under the Sui, everything was more than 2 kilos. We're very excited to see what's going to come out of the Sui. And I think you're going to hear that. I'm just preparing everybody from what our technical team are seeing. That's going to become another big part of this story. And there are so many moving parts. It's getting very exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's we've enjoyed hearing the theory, and now you're starting to put it in place. These drill results, and I'm excited about seeing some of these drill results coming in play. You've got another 5,000 meters to talk to the market about, and you're going to continue drilling. So, are we drilling at the moment?
I'm so proud of the team. And I want to speak frankly. This is how it works in Mexico, and we've got a technical team that's been there for 25 years. We're drilling right now, but why? Way early. The team was due to go home on December 10th. Mexico shuts down from December 10th to January 5th, and basically that's it. The guys they were so excited about the Benjamin discovery. They knew without seeing an assay they made a discovery. They've been doing this for 25 years. We've drilled 2 million meters, the same team. They wanted to go and keep working. They drilled until December 19th, and they weren't due to come back to the mountain, the team, until the 15th of January. They came back on the 9th, and we started turning the drill on the 12th. I didn't expect it would happen until the 20th. So very pleased. The drills are back turning on the Benjamin. We've probably got 2 holes following up that discovery already. And we've got a drill also to the north doing the regular work. But we had to get a drill back down to the Sui. It's getting exciting in that area very quickly. And more to come on that in the next month.
Well, I'm excited for you. The grades sound good. Let's deal with that question about the accusation. I think this is just chasing narrow vein silver. What's the point?
Well, the old mine, the old timers took that 100 million silver equivalent ounces in that old mine, and buddy boy, they took half meter. You can see it in my stope maps I showed you. They did pretty good with that. They didn't pay any attention to Halo. We came along and drilled off 1 million ounce on one pass, which is going to get way better. And so we love the narrow vein from surface, and we love that halo around it. But now as we start to step out, and we're taking what the old timers left us. They didn't drill. If there was any cover on it, if they couldn't see it from surface and put an exploration ad in it, they didn't find it. That's the way it was. Now we're starting to find that stuff. Man, look at the Benjamin. 3 meters of 1.5 kilos, close to surface. 6 meters of 750. And we think that is the tip of the iceberg with respect to grade and with respect to width. So stay tuned. We love that narrow vein in the halo. And we like wide zones of high mineral grade mineralization too. I just got a feeling we're gonna make everybody happy.
Okay, well, thanks for today. Okay, it was meant to be like a quick conversation. You get so excited about these things. Like I said, we've got a bit more content, which is fantastic. More results, more regularly, I think is what the market is also saying to you. So come back on soon when we can look at maybe a few more of these numbers as they come through, okay?
Well, Matt, I want to speak to that. What you have to realize is it takes time to build an inventory. We were put off the mountain with COVID. We never got back on the mountain until June. We had to build a COVID-proof camp, which we did. It's wonderful. And I told everybody, no drilling in the rainy season until September 15th. So that first drill came on September 15th, 2nd October 15th, and 3rd of November 15th. It has to build an inventory to get through the system, all of the work that needs to be done in the assaying and deliver it. Where we are now, and is I want to get to the point, I need more drills where I can give results every week. Do I think I'm almost at the point now where I will be putting results out every 2 weeks? I'm close. It may be 3 weeks. But rest assured, it's going to be continuous. You have to get that inventory so you can do that, and we're there now.
That's fantastic. Okay, the reason I asked that is because once you as a company hit certain milestones, you're over 100 million market cap now, okay? You have put out some quite good grades. Your share price is up 5 times from when we started talking. You're 50 cents, right? There's an expectation of you, and you're saying there'll be more communication about drill results coming through. Watch this space. That's your message to the market.
100%.
Glenn, great to speak to you. Stay in touch, pick up the phone, or if I see something, I'll be picking up the phone.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you reaching out today after this result. Be safe.
Cheers.
Thanks, Matt.